and welcome to another special edition of The Deep Dive. The Deep Dive in a Good Governance program where they come to you every Wednesday at exactly 8 p.m. right here on Epic Radio 99.3 FM. On The Deep Dive, we always slow down the headlines, examine the facts, and ask the difficult questions them where they shape with future and destiny as a country. Tonight on The Deep Dive, we want to ask a question. Which crisis must Sierra Leone tackle in 2026? Now, 2025 was a big year. Lots of things happened. Lots and lots and lots of things happened. Almost like a roller coaster. It was from one issue to the other. Starting from the crisis we get for do with a renowned drug baron, we allegedly was discovered to be here in Sierra Leone, and the Dutch government and the government of Sierra Leone gets the whole back and forth, whether them for return or whether for continue for there. That is one. We get the issue of the crisis we get for do with the Guinea cocaine vehicle scandal, where cocaine was allegedly found in the consular vehicle we belong to the embassy in Guinea, and that in itself raises a lot of question. It's not yet entirely dealt with because we not still get final conclusion. Of course, there is the thing that the ambassador has been cleared that he don't know anything, but still there is the question: how cocaine managed go inside the vehicle we belong to Sierra Leone embassy in Guinea? Are we talking about the economic survival and that of the Koidu Holdings and fracas between the employees of Koidu Holdings and that of the First Lady and other government ministers? Are we talking about electricity and the whole car powership debt? We on and off, the lights, they go on and off simply because car powership is stating that government not able to pay them. Are we talking about the Kush crisis in the country? We don't be described as a pandemic. Or are we talking about the political and external pressure, whether it relates to Yenga and several other issues? So the issues are many. So tonight, what we want for do? We want for look at all of those issues and really turn the mic to you listeners and viewers, asking the question: what should we really focus on and deal with once and for all? And it's important to already mention that tonight it's not a political decision. It's not an avenue for defend government or for bash opposition. It is really a platform for let we get some real conversation as a people and somehow able for agree and disagree on waiting we need for prioritize as a country. Like always, me where they bring the program to you. My name is James Fortune, and you where they listen and watch, we get the opportunity for call into the show later on 079-994-993. Don't forget, say you can follow it live our Facebook page at Epic Radio. This is not a deep dive, and like always, there are two sides to every story, and understanding now a three-edged sword. That is your side, that is my side, but certainly so, there is the truth we always there, right in the middle. This is not a deep dive. We'll be right back.
We all know say we all turn down the past. Let we make come for the beginning of the moment. Hey, no matter who you be. Sierra Leone. Let we come together, let we walk as one for the better of Salone. Not to me, not to you, but everybody for come together as one. So capital more your feet to travel, let we make. So make the team in the local limba, let we make. Everybody come together, let we make. Salona we are, una let we make. We all know say we all turn on the past. Let we make come for the picking the moon the bomb. Hey! I like it in Australia, Juna Salomane. I like it in the USA, Juna Salomane. I like it in Germany, Juna Salomane. I like it in London, Juna Salomane. The beat, the one a bingo. You follow, Juna Salomane. Yes, I say. No matter who you be, let me make Salomane. And the beat, no look so you follow. No follow, who say you got the foot. And the beat, no matter how you go. Let me make Salomane. And the beat, no look so you follow. No follow, who say you got the foot. And the beat. My brothers and sisters, when Allah we come together, that we build Salone. That we not phone me and 4 foot sit on the loop. That we say there for suffer. If we come together, inshallah, we will make it one day.
Okay, welcome back. If you just did join with the program where you listen to now the deep dive, where they come to you live here on Epic Radio 99.3 FM. And tonight on the deep dive, we want to ask a question: which crisis must Sierra Leone tackle first? 2026, because the previous year 2025, like I say when I started, it was a roller coaster, but good thing that happened. But as Sierra Leone enter 2026, we are not short of problems, certainly. Waiting we short of as a country. Now the clarity, the closure, and the act of priority, that's our problem. With society don't deeply polarized, whether it's politically, regionally, and even socially at times, yeah? From districts to villages, you don't get the issue of political loyalty. We don't always be the thing where they determine how people they interpret facts as they are. And mind you, are not just the opinions, I'm talking about facts. And even the impact on how people they trust institutions them. And even they decide as well for people. Imagine the extent of the decay, waiting true or false as it relates to a certain sets of people. That's the state of our country, and that's just the reality. Should it be that way? No, because we're not able to grow as a country to a point where we're able to look at facts, interpret facts based on what they represent in the moment, and not necessarily based on we political leanings or political opinion or affiliations, as the case may be. Now, surveys and observations them don't suggest say we get significant portion of we population we only partially educated. This in turn means say boku of we citizens them vulnerable to misinformation and disinformation. And we saw that a lot in 2025 because information itself now something will become a battleground because you have rumors traveled faster than facts themselves, simply because even though certain information they not just may a rumor and you not get anything we hold them strong or any proof or evidence based, but simply because you get certain people in society relates more to that rumor day or feel like say that particular rumor day they aid them political interests, they promote their own sets of belief or with somebody where they believe or where they lack. They would rather carry that rumor day, ignoring all the facts or even all the signs we permeate that rumor day where they points to the conclusion that it is not true, but people do not want to know. And then, of course, the silence from authorities them, where in instances where they really need for speak, don't often they create big space for speculation. And even they create big space for misinformation for thrive. So tonight on the deep dive, this particular program, as I've stated, it's not about attacking the government. It's not about defending the opposition, but rather it's about setting with national priorities. So as we set with national priorities, let's speak on crisis one, where we get in 2025. The case we get for do with Bole Jos or Bole Yos, depending on how you want to pronounce it, and the whole affair and trust in the justice sector. So let we begin with Jos Lydekkers, we also known as Bole Jos. The confirmation that a notorious Dutch fugitive, they live freely in Sierra Leone for months, shocked plenty people across the nation, and also attract unprecedented international scrutiny. And during that period, the only action we will be seeing on government side, now the dismissal of the chief immigration officer, where in itself suggested that, the story in itself, not to just an end by itself, but rather there is a method to whatever madness it was about. Though the Sierra Leone police be later pull notice say the identified individual where the Dutch government be referred to as Jos Lydekkers, not to Jos Lydekkers according to Sierra Leone police, but rather a certain named Umar Sherif, which in itself get boku question mark param. But that's it. That's as it is so far. Those are the information done there. Waiting this mean? It means say one, we not get no clear report, no clear public conclusion, and of course no accountability, because all you had was the dismissal of the chief immigration officer, where in itself no they confirm neither deny whether there was an act of wrongdoing on the part of the chief immigration officer. And for an act or an action as serious as this one, where puts the country in image internationally, dentam severely, and considering that as a country we spent millions and millions and millions of dollars in facilitating the travel expenses of we government agencies and we president included, for going at the international stage for cleanse we image. Such an issue, such a scandal not being dealt with properly seem like a waste. I mean, of all that money where we don't spend for paint the country image, and just at one go, we just like that we lose credibility, because credibility is now questionable internationally. And for many Sierra Leoneans, this particular case has also become a symbol of selective justice, and left a feeling that the law in itself, they only be firm in instances where it relates to powerless people them. However, where it relates to people them we get power or influence or money or connection, then the law in itself not just a flexible thing, and you can able for bend them anyhow you want. And in a democracy such as ours, citizens' faith in judiciary, in justice, and in the institutions of state, it play a significant role, and not just enough for underestimate them, because in a fragile democracy like ours, you need the citizens them for able to get strong faith in the institutions for let the country even able thrive. But that's just one issue. Another issue, fast forward down the line, the Guinea cocaine scandal. This particular issue, now one that was closely linked to we embassy within Guinea. Now the Sierra Leone embassy vehicle was intercepted by in Conakry, after where the Guinean authorities then suspect say the vehicle narcotics then be there inside the said vehicle. And this particular issue, it was not just a criminal issue, it was a diplomatic and a reputational one, because it really put we country image in bad light. Immediately after that issue they come to light, the ambassador we be there in Guinea was recalled. Now that's the step where governments take. And then he was quietly replaced, But then the nation in itself no ever waiting at the final conclusion of that. Why was the ambassador recalled? Was he recalled because them be one can interview and question him? And when they questioned him, what was the conclusion? Waiting now the findings them we didn't get. The nation not actually able to get the conclusion. Even though in recent times, when this issue don't come now the limelight, plenty, government people don't come out to defend that. Well, the Guinean authorities did their investigation, and the conclusion was that the ambassador not began anything for do with the drugs with them found inside the embassy in vehicle, that he's innocent, which is well and fine. I mean, nobody has anything against the ambassador, and nobody is saying that you will find them guilty at all cost. But the question therefore is, okay, the ambassador is not guilty. Good. Who that's responsible? Why was it the case that inside a motorcar we belong to the embassy, Sierra Leonean embassy in Guinea, you found drugs them inside? What was the conclusion? Now, that's another issue. And we move up to crisis 3. We get for do with economic survival and Koidu holdings. Now, let me talk about this because it relates to the central manifesto promise of this government. We get for do with bread and butter. Yeah? The shutdown of Koidu Holdings, we now one of the country's largest diamond mining company, sent shockwaves right across Congo and even beyond, because you get over 1,000 workers them we lost their jobs, families we lost their source of income, local businesses we collapse as a result of same. But beyond just the labor disputes, the shutdown in itself raised strategic national question. We get for do with how Sierra Leone as a country they protect in workers them right without scaring away investors them, because it's a two-pronged issue. And the reason why such a question or answer to such a question is important is because an economy such as ours cannot grow on uncertainty. You need really certain indicators them for their rights. They need for be predictable for we economy be able for grow, for we even able make progress as a country. So that's issue 3. Fast forward down the line, let's move to issue 4. We get for do with electricity and car powership debt. Perhaps this in itself, not to just any other crisis, it is one we touch on everyday life of everyday citizens in this country. The car powership electricity crisis. Power cuts, transformers not enough, high tariff when it comes to people where they buy electricity and all of which, and vandalization of power plants right across the country, and just boku other issues of thief lights and so on and so forth, remained unsettled. The question where people they ask, Sierra Leoneans, everyday Sierra Leoneans, where they earn maybe just right around the minimum wage, which was 800,000. There is a proposition that they will increase them to 1,200. I don't know if that is yet, they don't put that into effect or not. But plenty Sierra Leoneans, where they struggle every day, and they buy heads at top up. You realize that if you buy 200 Leon, you use 200 Leon for buy top up, and then you end up forget just 13 units. It means that the rest of about 170 something, or 80 something thousand, you use them for pay tariff. Sierra Leoneans don't deal question, don't deal cry, don't come to the fore. They ask say, let heads are able for come out and able to explain Giwi how then they do this matter. That it is you're paying more than 100% of the credit where you try for purchase. You pay more than 100%, 200, 300% they go alone to tariff. And this now for everyday citizens where they buy light every other month. And it's the question of how really is this calculation done so that everyday Sierra Leoneans go understand. Because amidst this challenge that the people are buying lights at such an expensive amount, now the fact say the light self people know this here. And there is often this notion that EDSA, car powership, millions and millions and millions of dollars. So the question really is, all them tariff the way we pay, outside the money they go. How will they manage to don't so the debts they accumulate? And the question even again, now regarding the nature of the agreement where we get with Kappa-ship, because before people of Sierra Leone voted for this government, it was a manifesto promise that they want for look at that particular deal, because in the president, in words, at the time that the Kappa-ship deal was struck, it was shrouded in secrecy. So they want for bring and come to the open, correct all the wrongs in them. But so far, it don't seem like say any of the wrongs then don't correct, because it's just, it's just like from frying pan to fire, and the issue is just worse. And that's something too where we're not able for don't get a closure on. Energy is still a major, major crisis. Now, those are just 4 examples of issues them where unresolved issues where we don't carry into 2026. So the question tonight is really, which of these do you think we really need for tackle first? And hey, me list still long, but I really want for keep this conversation open. So I will stop with them for there for now, and then turn the mic over to you, listeners and viewers, for contribute and tell me what are those issues that I have left out that you think, in fact, much more important and much more pressing than even the one they I don't refer to. Which should we deal with first? So let's go. And we are getting the first caller now on the line. Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
Fine. Your name and who side you call from?
I call from Godrich, Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, this country I will talk is very important, but only the issue in this country, it's Alexi, the electricity so far, I'm not taking up the power ship in the Lutan.
Okay.
Because the car on and off they take place, like the power ship, the car they take place today is quite different. It's Alexi playing the play game. So once we get valiant people, they feel happy. Because the vote of the vote, there no goodness when we do things. This is very difficult on we the people of Sierra. Because there's no happiness in the country. This is very difficult. I feel bad in this country, because I'm born at this country, but I'm not the people. This is sadly to me. Because I know we feel okay. All time, people and property just take place. It's not very easy. I mean, I'm constitution.
Okay, thank you very much for calling. 079-994-993. Call we and add your voice to the conversation. Amongst the many, many, many unresolved issues where we get from 2025 and even previous years, which one most pressing that we should tackle now? Is it electricity? Is it the cocaine scandal, the one we get for do with the Dutch fugitive? We allegedly Dana Salunia. The Dutch government, they refer to as Bolet Jos or Jos Leidekkers, but the Sierra Leone police, they refer to as Omar Sharif. That's they are 2 different people. Or amongst the several other issues where we get in a pressing issues to deal with as a country. 079-994-993 now the number we go call for add your voice to the conversation. Let's go. The time from studio clock now 8:30, and this now the deep dive.
We all don't know, say we all turn on the past. Let we make come for the picking of the moment. Hey, no matter who you be, let we make some and a big. No look say you follow.
Okay, welcome back. The program where you listen to another deep dive where they come to you live here on Epic Radio 99.3 FM. And tonight on the show, we're asking the question, which crisis must Sierra Leone tackle first in 2026? Starting from the issue where we get with the cocaine scandal in Guinea, the electricity issue, or even let's put on the table now the crisis where we get with Kush, because it's still there and that's something where we still need for deal with, because after every 2-3 days you they see on the internet say police don't discover these loads and this amount of drugs, so it's still there in the country. And then the question is, where do we start? Usai really we need for waiting we need for deal with, because you get different areas. You get the supply chain, you get the peddlers them, the one them where they sell and a treat, you get the one them where they bring and come into the country. Where Usai we first need for put a stop, and then we will get an effect on all other areas, because you get plenty people who hold the opinion that if you deal with those importers, you deal with them one then they, and plenty people feel like say okay, that's much more easier to deal with. Then you not go get boku issue with everyday peddlers in the street, because if them peddlers then they not get major suppliers from whom then they buy from, then they not go get the small way then they go and sell in the street. And those peddlers, because they not get that kind of resources they for really import anything, then they'll find some other business to do. That's just the opinion way some people hold, while some people hold a different view. But that's Sierra Leone for you. 079-994-996. Now the number we go call for add your voice to the conversation. This is not a deep dive. Hello, good evening. Your name and who side you call from?
My name now John.
Yes, John.
I call from Godwin.
Please go ahead, sir.
Yes, because me, it's a long problem. All na equal. No one know the way small person.
Mm-hmm.
So the only one who will go on for loud time. Now these drugs. For stop to one the way they count. One the way the count, they no count. One way they don't know me talk. They don't. They don't. We know now who side then the pull and count.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much. 079-994-993. Call we and add your voice to the conversation. Tonight on the show, we're asking, amongst all the issues then where we get going as a country, what should we tackle first as a country? Good evening. Hello?
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, sir. Your name and who side you call from?
Well, I'm in Abdul. I didn't get from.
Yes, Abdul.
I don't listen all the discussion, all the points that we carry, the cocaine, this, that. Well, anything that happen in this country, me I keep blame someone for the journalists.
Okay.
Because that be on the couch story. When they tell you this, one of the couch this for the can't create pressure back from people then.
Okay.
What you want in this country, this government they talk by IMF World Bank. No big results now, bruh. No big results. Whether they give them marks, them and for World Bank they give them mark, IMF they give them mark. What see results now? We can begin talk to the Kadeka ambassador of cocaine. The government don't give them story. They all. When they come back for the country, create pressure for we. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. 079-994-993. Abdul, I think maybe you get them from the really wrong angle. Governance is a holistic process. It's not a one-way street. All of these boku issue, like you like you put them, now they culminate into waiting, they determine whether we go before as a country or we retrogress. The issues we bother around cocaine and all of those scandals, they get something for do with the country in reputation. And for a country like Sierra Leone, we heavily depend on aid. You image to the outside world in need for really day well. This is not something where it's not a propaganda. Something where the government people and all other don't they talk about. You need the country image for they in good light, for they we able to get good favors from outsiders. And you might want to believe it or not, you go subscribe to them or not, but the fact that you get all of them underlying issues then they unresolved, nor in any way they add to the country, nor in any way they support with development. Because whether you talk about them every day or you not talk about them every day, these are the issues that are on the table. And it's important to deal with. And the role of the media, now for ensure, say, we hold duty bearers them to that task for get them done. So it's not about singing praises for government or siding the opposition. Government people then get government spokespersons for sing them praise. Opposition leaders then they for point out political issues for criticize. The role of the media now for ensure say we set the tone for a national conversation that is all around, not just those things that are favorable or not just the easy topics, but the very difficult ones, such as this one now where we talk about. I know it's 2026, but these are the important issues where we need for deal with. These are backlogs from 2025. So I don't know more how you see them, but yeah, all of these are important. Yeah? Thank you. 079994993. Good evening.
Yeah, how are you, sir?
Yes, sir. Your name and who side you call from?
I dey call for Laka, name Sadiku Koroma.
Please go ahead, sir.
Yeah, me decided for tackle the light system.
Mm-hmm.
Because for now, they already say that they count money for light, but we don't see the light.
Mm-hmm.
You know? They are billions, so then they call, then they give to the government for light.
Mm.
But you don't get this year.
Mm-hmm.
As I talk to the right now, light not this episode. Almost 2 days ago, we didn't get light. Where can you go?
Mm-hmm.
So that side the government for put pressure upon that side for long we get light. Regarding that, they tell we say the country dark.
Mm-hmm.
Country racing, we angry, why it, but we need to see. See? So that side and they. Number
Okay.
2, the drugs. These drugs here, I don't know they come. And then they can't distribute these drugs. Now they them for tackle the borders there.
Okay.
Therefore, attack the borders there. No, then we security them back. Therefore, put pressure by front of our way, old person, end of the road and briber, he left hand.
Mm-hmm.
So all that side I know for put strength in it.
Okay.
So we need to contribution this from the country.
Okay, thank you very much. 079994993. Now the number we go call for add your voice to the conversation tonight. The time from studio clock now 8:40. And tonight on the deep dive, we're asking the question, which of the issues them must Sierra Leone tackle first in 2026? Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, sir. Your name and who side you call from?
Abdul again.
Yes, yes. Oh, okay, Abdul.
I get the issue, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I get the issue.
Okay.
No case for the hidden topic that we carry now.
Okay.
They say this year and a year of action. I need to talk for government. So, when action was seen at this country, yeah?
Okay.
Some of who don't suffer for long. Things are difficult.
Mm-hmm.
You can't and they don't count from last year. I say they still count them.
Are the issues solved, Abdul? I don't know. Abdul, I think you they make one point, but you also, Yusuf Sef they defeat the very points where you they make. You say you gains, you want for see development, and that's what everybody want for see. Yeah, the action that you want to see, it's the same action that myself want for see, and then all of these are issues that are there, not to make come with them 2026. They're already in 2026. If they were solved in 2025, we would not talk about them now because they are unresolved issues. Yeah, people then still they get blackouts. The answer is yes. Is that not an issue to talk about? I mean, And besides, it's okay for you to think that they are old issues, you don't want to talk about them. It's fine, that's your individual opinion. The rest of the other people who wants to talk about it, they also have a right to their opinion. It's not a deep dive. 079-994-993. Call we and add your voice to the conversation. Which issue where we get in our country in 2026 where you think say government for tackle first? Whether it relates to drug, whether it relates to the fight against Kush in our country, or whether it relates to the visa restriction where we get with the US Embassy, or even the thing we get for do with the electricity, the energy sector. Which of these issues should we deal with first as a country in 2026? Since 2026 na the year of action and delivery. Which of these ones will we need for take action on first going forward? 079-994-993. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, ma. You name and who side you call from?
I call from Zambia checkpoint.
Please go ahead.
I tell you for this school business. What not talk? I'm glad you for that.
Okay.
I want to know stop down in the counter. Or then they pull out in the counter because if it's not counter, they buy them. But they corrupt their young boy. Then they come up.
Okay.
So not that.
Okay, thank you very much for calling. 079-994-993. This is not a deep dive. The time from the studio clock now 8:44. And tonight we're asking the question: in 2026, which issue amongst the several issues then where we get going on now the country should government tackle first as a country? Talking about priority, because we get the issue of Kush, we get the issue of. Good evening. Yes, sir. Your name and who side you call from? Hello? Hello, good evening. Okay, unfortunately, I think that caller in line somehow get issue. 079-994-993. Call we and add your voice to the conversation. This is 2026. Which crisis or issue will you feel government for tackle first? Good evening. No bad. Your name and who side you call from? Okay, please go ahead, William. Okay. Hello, okay, 079-994-993. Call we and add your voice to the conversation. Tonight, we're asking the question: which crisis must Sierra Leone government tackle first in this year 2026, as we just don't start the new year? Amongst the plenty things where we get going on as a country, which one will we for deal with first? As a matter of urgency, deal with them conclusively, and we're able to turn the page on them. As we say, it's a collective work. And when we say which issue we government for tackle first, it's not an indication that the responsibility rests entirely just on government. Each and every one of we, as a people, we get a role for play in the progress or otherwise of we country. And until we get to that point where as a people, we, come to that realization day, then we're not going able to make progress. because we need for able look beyond we tribe, we region, and political sentiments, and who that we like or who that we not like in the interest of Mama Salone. 079-994-993. Call we and add your voice to the conversation. Which crisis should government tackle first in 2026? Is it one we get for do with justice and trust? Is it the electricity? Or is it the one we get for do with economic survival? Or the issue of Kush pandemic that is everywhere in our country? Or the issue of transparency and information? Or the whole governance system in itself? Transparency in the way how governments they do things and the way how we carry on as a country. This is not a deep dive. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, how do you?
Please move away from your radio set or you turn the volume down. 079-994-993. The number where you go call for add your voice to the conversation. Please, we don't dey appeal to people them. When you dey call, move away from your radio set or you turn the volume down. I mean, you know, go one, they talk on a radio and they listen yourself at the same time. I think all two not able for work fine. you know, one need to give way. 079-994-993. Call we and add your voice to the conversation. The time from a studio clock now 8:48. And any moment from now, we're going to draw the curtain down. Good evening.
Yeah, how are you?
Yes, your name and who side you call from?
Call for Laka Saduwige.
Please go ahead, sir.
The only two I say, Salon and Colombia, not strong. Then Colombia side, transportation. The Poda can try, but the Keke Male. Now, fuel the candle, like we are society, buy sales 24,000 per week. You know, but here Keke Male and the candle. So that's why the government for this.
Okay, thank you. 079-994-993. Call we and add your voice to the conversation. Good evening. Hello.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Yes, ma. Your name and who side you call from?
My name is Baby. I call from Wiki.
Please go ahead, ma.
Yes, the power the staff was concerned the push because like the push either the people family don't care but for your mother, some other don't college, him out don't go blame, innocent soldiers don't die during this push, families they don't suffer during this push, young boys they don't die, so they don't talk people not everyone are during this push. So they really please to the government and they were able to stop this push, it will be better than this country than any other thing.
Okay. Okay. Okay, thank you very much. 079-994-993. Call we and add your voice to the conversation. Tonight, we're asking the question, which of the issues them where you know as a Sierra Leonean, where you feel say governments need for tackle first in this year 2026? It is a new year. Which issue will we for tackle first amongst we plenty issues we get going? And I think I agree with most of the callers where they. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Yes, good evening.
How do you mean, Okora?
Your name and who side you call from?
I do call from Mabon.
Okay, go ahead.
What are they telling now? What he torment me? This president who she does will not make less alone sweet. Because the guy like you, sister, they will brother them because in the president and the county court.
Okay, 079-994-993. Please make your points direct. You cannot make confounded claims on this medium. I do understand your frustration, but at the same time, I mean, you can make your point without really attacking anybody. 079-994-993. Call we and add your voice to the conversation. A few more calls and then we draw the curtain down for tonight's show. Which issue that is most pressing to you as a Sierra Leonean where you want for the government tackle 1st, this 2026.
We all know say we all turn up the past. Let we make come for the picking the moon the moon. Hey, no matter who you be, let we make some and a bit. No look say you follow, no follow. Who say you about the foot and a bit. No matter say you go, let we make some and a bit.
Hello, good evening.
How are you?
Fine. Your name and who side you call from?
Samura, the call from Samita.
Yes, Samura. Please go ahead.
Well, the point is that when you always analyze on the economy more than in there.
Okay.
You get that country collectively. Can't you? You are country right now. It's hard too much for people.
Okay.
Because I don't work business here. This guy, everybody knows in this country, but just like you talk and say, at the influence of the government, because they under the roof, so then they cover up everything, join everything and they do for the tree with borders. But like me, I thank God we are not take bad substance. They never let you on the normal way, they didn't send me to pull their hand for another and say the same there. 2026, we are not getting into you see, they say SP action.
Okay.
God help them. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you too for calling. 079-994-993. Call we and add your voice to the conversation. Which issue will you think say important to you as a Sierra Leonean with government for tackle first in this new year 2026? As we close tonight's show, I think the message to all Sierra Leoneans really, it's especially the two major political parties. Okay, let's take this call and then we will come back to this message. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. This is Abakar from Sale.
Yes, Bakar.
And I really surprised looking at the year of action or year of delivery. Because the only action we see is like now how we for fight for the young man them with the integrity we they don't go into push community people them way they be get respect for them, they not get respect to them. And then people that need the respect to them, they're able to build up, they're able to give them strength back. But at the end of the day, I don't see what you make we talk about the year of delivery. Because we check the economy, the kind way how the economy don't shatter them battered. I don't feel safe and these few days we left for His Excellency the President to be able to deliver that day.
Okay.
Because if you watch, wait till everything they happen now. If you come, you need fuel, 6,000 euros. Fuel be 20 or 20 something thousand. They come down slowly. Then you need PS 180,000. Now rest they chase them 1 million and they can go. So who stem that one day when they tell you about delivering, then they tell you about this? How long they were in the promissory, the day in governance, they continue for promissory, and the day in power, they make a promise again. They expect the president will talk. Now any nation, now collapse. For any country, for any citizen, a real collapse. For any same way president in this speech, whether the New Year speech or independent speech, it will be collapse for any citizen. It means better don't come. So what we see, all 10 this are promise, all 10 are promise. When this will be, now then they talk about fighting the push. We they see them, they arrest people and the old people them. We only see them they make provision for the people that really see the push. The young man, they see clean salon, they see young man in the past, different level. So how then they fight now? Whose strengths are the way they don't build? And how they don't capacitate them one the way we say where they don't men from push? How they don't capacitate them? How how the people are going to be in line for let them see they're able to fight this thing. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. 079-994-993. Now the number we go call for. Add your voice to the conversation tonight. I think interesting points, and the thing is, all of those points are valid. Good evening. Hello. Okay, unfortunately we lost that caller there. 079-994-993. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Yes, sir.
I don't say that to the talk. All saying a promise. Now we want the action. Don't see in the Afghan that look at you. So now I keep blame some of you about as a journalist. So God, most of you now, them both in the in those days, the Paul Kamara, they get good incentives, they be objective. Because we need development, now that's a lot of talk no more. Process in the ground. Now what's the action? And that's
yes, but you do understand. I don't know really how to explain this again. You get different aspects. You get the different arm of government, yeah, and each and every sector or department or whatever gets the specific role within the play. The role of the media now for ensure say we create the platform for people them for get correct information, yeah. And that's our own action. That's what we are meant for do. Now that we for do as media. That's the role we play. We roll not to for sing praise governments. I do understand the angle where you come off from, but it is not our role for sing praise. It's not our role to entirely criticize or bash or whatever. We roll now for tell the news as it is, and then guide the conversation going forward, create the platform for everybody able for get and this now the point where we talk about first. When there is a gap in information flow, then it creates room for misinformation and disinformation. All of them things they are so we are talk about. You can agree, you can disagree, but these are issues. They are there. These are questions to which people, everyday people, want to get answers. And development in itself, they thrive on uncertainty, whether not the economy, whether not security, whether not justice. You need information. And it's only when people are well informed, then they're able to get strong belief in the system. And when they get strong belief, people, they get the energy and boldness enough for contribute positively towards development. But imagine, say, each and every Sierra Leonean getting your resentment, we get in mind. You not trust justice sector, you not trust this, you not trust that. Even people them where they thief light. It's not the information gap. And plenty other bad thing where they happen at the country. Now information gap. That's what it is. So I really don't know the points where you they make we get for do with now action we need, now action we need. We're playing our own action here. But I know say you're not going to agree with me tonight on this particular point, which in itself as well is okay. That's the beauty of democracy. Good evening. Hello. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Of course, the economy, the government needs for tackle the economy.
Okay.
But we also need for change the attitude. We, the young man alone, they will still know this. Even the way you take care of the young man in the work for throughout the week, the whole the money I do that. Left out with you. But with the cash they work not there. In the fair work. Saloma don't agree for that work. I will probably not back with the subway. But they will blame government. Government. Government is playing your own part. We as citizens of this country, we also need to play your own part. Yeah? Okay. We follow what this country go before. Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Okay, thank you very much. And that's the last and final call where we will put through tonight. But as we close tonight, I think the message to all Sierra Leoneans, especially the two major political parties, them now the fact that peace in itself is not weakness. Peace is strength. And it takes all of us for able for ensure say this country are developed. And it's only when each and every one of us, opposition, government, media, we all play with independent role, now we're able for go before as a country. Without that, we're not able for thrive. We're not able for make progress. So this 2026, as much as we continue for pressure government, push government for do the right things, for deliver, or like the president said, this na year of action, we also get role for play and we get some actions them for take as citizens for make the country better. I think I will take this last and final call and then we draw the curtain down. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, sir. You name and side you call from?
And not one the not one the way then the Aluma land people where government or institutions or government don't deal with they say now for put them they not go work. So me I've been down to week in case where the government or the try not they do no better. So now that's not my contribution.
Okay, thank you very much. And I am that we go draw the curtain down for tonight's show. Plenty thank you to me producer for putting all this together, James Kamaramane, and of course to the entire production team for making sure that this program come to you today. And to all those who don't call we and watch we on Facebook, special thanks to you also. Till next week Wednesday at exactly 8 p.m. where another edition of the Deep Dive will come to you. May we don't bring the program to you tonight. My name James Fortune, and members say there are two sides to every story, and understanding itself now a three-edged sword. There is always your side, there is my side, but certainly ever so, there is the truth. We always the right in the middle. Keep it epic.